Sports Blitz Live is on the air with full coverage of the Auburn Tigers,
Touchdown, Auburn!
the Alabama Crimson Tide,
Off to the inside, intercepted Alabama. Touchdown run.
and everything college and high school sports. Now, let's join Andy, Brett, Randy, and Luke for this edition of Sports Blitz Live.
Hello again, everyone, and good Tuesday evening. Welcome into the latest edition of the Sports Blitz Live program. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us tonight. If only we had something to talk about. It's been kind of a slow weekend.
I want to talk to whoever's in.
It's kind of a little.
Supposed to be that dark in here.
I think it's mood lighting tonight. Of course, we'll lead off with the mayoral election. And no, we won't.
Are the lights at half mast because Pearl retired?
Maybe so. Maybe they should be. I don't know. But, yeah, Bruce Pearl retires abruptly. Stephen Pearl will take over the Auburn basketball program. That's something that's certainly of note, and we'll talk about tonight. Auburn falls to Oklahoma, 24-17. There was some, dare I say, shenanigans in that game we can talk about. Preview Alabama at Georgia, one of the biggest games of the weekend this upcoming week. So there were a couple of games in the SEC of note. Of course, Florida loses again. Arkansas finds a way to lose against Memphis. There was some
Can you imagine, though? I mean, for all the talk about, I know the Auburn-Oklahoma thing was upsetting and all this stuff, and Florida is, they've gone into the disposal. But my God, can Arkansas 2 weeks in a row? They're going to beat somebody on the road, a rival, and they're going to do it.
Yeah.
And it's extra effort that cost them the fumble. That it's so sad. I'll tell you something. I'm going to go out on a limb. I think Arkansas gives Notre Dame everything they want this Saturday.
I would not be surprised at all if they beat Notre Dame.
I'm not going to be shocked in the least because Notre Dame's defense is like ranked 99th in the country. And this Arkansas team, Taylor Green he's one of the better quarterbacks.
Offense, not the problem.
Huh? Offense is not the problem.
No.
Fumbling from the offense is a problem.
Defense not very good.
No.
But the offense not the problem there in Fayetteville.
God, I mean, I don't usually feel bad for other coaches in the league because, they've certainly never felt bad for Alabama, I'm sure. But I feel for Sam Pittman because once Ed Orgeron left and now Nick Saban left, there's no coach who embodies and personifies his fan base like Sam Pittman does. You know what I mean? Sam Pittman, if somebody just presented you Sam Pittman, you talked to him for 60 seconds, they'd say, now, you've got to guess where he coaches. You're going to say Arkansas. He feels like Arkansas. Like if Arkansas were a person, it'd be Sam Pittman, right?
He's about that size. So, look, I talked to just so happens, talked to a big Arkansas fan just this evening.
Did you really?
And he said, I said, just tough way to lose 2 ball games. He said, well, all I know is this. We're going to get a new coach. So as much as you love Sam, you might want to say goodbye because I don't think he's going to be around much longer.
Yeah, I know. Now, I'll tell you what. He can change some things if he beats Notre Dame.
And that would be what they ran into last year. It's the Billy Napier syndrome.
I understand. But if you're Arkansas, what you also need to do is look around the room. And I can pull up the new schedules for 26 through 29 were just revealed a few minutes ago, and they're unbelievably hard for everybody. There's nobody you look at and go, oh, they get off light. No, every one of them's tough. And for Arkansas, then it's going to be triply tough because, see, everybody's hoping Arkansas is on the schedule.
And to be perfectly honest, when I first saw the schedules and just see who the 3rd permanent was, I thought, yeah, Arkansas kind of got screwed again. Missouri is supposed to be your quote-unquote easy one.
Yeah.
They're winning 10 games a year now and look like they could be a contender to win the SEC this year. So, and by the way, their other ones are Texas and
is it LSU?
Yes. Texas, LSU, and Missouri. So,
but I mean,
anyway,
again, nobody got off light.
No. Yeah.
I mean, except Tennessee, and somebody had to. Tennessee got Vandy, but but Vandy is in the prime of Vandiness. I mean, like they're as good as they're going to get.
But how can you, in good conscience, say that our rivals are Vandy and Kentucky?
Well, Vandy was going to be a part of it. There's no doubt, 100% in the same state. Then the other one they have is Alabama. That was can't remove it, done. And if you make it be Georgia for the other one, then you give Georgia, Tennessee, Florida, and Auburn. You're really hosing Georgia. And that's not right either.
Well, if you claim to be the best, then you should shrug
Don't
it
do
off,
that.
right?
Don't do that, because that's such an antiquated notion. Nobody's claiming to be the best. Everybody's claiming I want to get to the playoffs.
I know. You are the best. They're not claiming it. They are the best.
They want to. They want to get to the playoffs. That's the name of the game now. We've got to change our whole mentality. Everything has changed. It doesn't matter. I mean, that's why I was against expansion so much. Like now, we're sort of hoping with this schedule that I just looked at Alabama's for next year, and I'd say for this year, if Alabama goes 9-3, these two they should be in. The schedule it speaks for itself, because other teams in the Big 10 and Big 12 aren't playing that kind of schedule, and it's not even close.
Well, that is true for sure. With these schedules that are coming out now, I just it's going to be a challenge for sure, no question. We talk about that. We'll kind of run down Auburn and Alabama's schedule for the next year or two, or we can do the whole 4 years. But I mean, if you do the first two, you kind of know.
Yeah.
The other two, just put them in reverse of home and away. Again, we do have a mayoral race. If I get any updates, I'll pass them along to you out there. I wouldn't imagine it'll take that long to calculate the votes in a runoff. There were only two or three, I believe, runoffs. But the NFL going on, Major League Baseball is coming down to the wire.
You're not going to. We're not talking.
I'm
MLB.
Sure that we might be able to squeeze in.
No, you can't squeeze it in. There's no way. No chance.
There's some very interesting.
I don't care. Nobody cares.
Yes, they are.
No, they don't.
People do.
Because the Braves are out of it, so there's nobody around here that cares.
Some people love baseball.
And that's why I'm thankful that I want the Braves to suck every year so that nobody has to talk baseball.
Well, I'll still talk it, but
I mean, okay, then you get the Andy show.
I'll do
that. I'll be wasting my time.
This is the Andy show. As I did it by myself for a couple of segments last week. But
that wasn't on me. You know this, right?
Oh, you were here?
No.
Oh.
I had clearly several times stated and texted I won't be there, and the powers that be just forgot. It's okay.
That's what it was. Okay. Andy shows up. That's why it's the Andy show. Okay. Well, we just got a few more minutes left in this. Where would you like to start? I'll if you're so gung-ho, you tell me.
Well, I mean, honestly, I really want to start with the scheduling thing because I'm so hype about that. But I think you do start with Bruce Pearl retiring because it is a big deal. You've got a lot of accolades for him listed here, and he's certainly. I mean, look, I think he's the best coach in Auburn history. I don't
know why you'd put "think" in that sentence.
Well, because some people just can't get over the Pat Dye element of it. And
you mean overall?
Overall.
Any sport.
Any sport.
Okay.
Of any sport. I don't care who was the women's coach whose name escapes me.
Joe Champy.
Joe Champy. Whoever the swimming and diving coach was, David something, doesn't matter.
I'll come up with it.
Well, that lets you know.
Well, no, I mean, you win 10 national titles. I mean, that's.
Yeah, but it's just a different. Whoever's coaching equestrian, that's great, but there are only 16 equestrian teams, so it's just not the same animal. And what you don't.
David Marsh.
What you don't understand is, I heard. I guess it was it you and Brett on today. And I think y'all were saying, Auburn was one of the three worst. No, Auburn was the worst program in the SEC.
They fought with Ole Miss and Georgia.
Ole Miss.
It was a three-team race.
At least been to a Final Four.
It was a three-team race for about 30 years.
Georgia had been to a Final Four.
I'm not saying we didn't win it.
I know.
I'm just saying it was a three-team horse.
Three-horse Ole Miss in there. I wouldn't put Georgia in there. And Bruce Pearl elevated it to new heights and made it where it's not just nationally relevant, it's prominent. and 2 Final Fours, several NCAA appearances.
8.
Was it 8?
Yeah, or 7.
I was gonna say-
I'm going to say 7 because we would have made it in 2020.
No. Hold on. I wondered because I heard 6 on the way over here, and I saw
No,
7.
it was 7. Because,
It was 6.
No, it was 7 because we were in. If they had an NCAA tournament.
Jeez, you can't just fly. Y'all are big on flying banners for everything right now, but you can't get one for a tournament that didn't exist.
You can say he coached. The whole point is to say Bruce Pearl
Why don't you say you
had
won
them
the
in
national
position.
championship? It says there's a pretend tournament. I mean, God, come on. Nobody else is counting that. I wondered where you got
can
the 7
put
from.
That's why I put an asterisk beside it.
Okay, well, don't. It's 6.
It's 7.
No, it's 7 in Andy land.
Yeah.
So
it's 7 in reality, but
there's 0 people who think that outside of you. Maybe Brett.
I would venture to
Even
that's
Justin
incorrect.
Clayton. Please call in, Justin, and understand. Yeah, if they don't have the tournament and you're not actually invited to it, it didn't happen. I mean, that's like me saying, hey, I was married to Linda Carter. She doesn't know it, and she's never met me. You know what I mean? It's just not the same thing.
No, I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, you do. So, but I think Bruce Pearl was hugely influential in Auburn. Look, the other thing that you got to say, if it weren't for Bruce Pearl, man, Auburn athletics would have been right in the dumpster because he sort of kept things afloat when the football team was like way below average, at least below Auburn standards. And I think Bruce Pearl was able to work through the depression of bad football seasons and still create a lot of excitement around a sport which historically for that particular school had been awful. That says even more about him. I mean, it wasn't like he was piggybacking off football success. People were like, hey, I'll go to the basketball game, and if the football game's on after that, I'll try and catch it. That's the kind of thing.
Yeah.
And,
he made Auburn. I mean, it's never going to be a basketball school. It's always going to be a football school. But, I mean, he made basketball as relevant as football to the people, to the students there.
Agreed.
For sure, which is something that I never thought that I would see. And that's why because I'm comparing it because if I give the other coaches credit for saying before Bruce Pearl in the history of Auburn basketball, they went to 8 tournaments, he would have gone to 7 had COVID not been an issue. I'm just making that as a comparison. I'm not saying put it down in the record books. Can you understand that?
Well, I'm having a hard time understanding why you have 8 right here. You have 8 on this paper.
No, I don't. I said 8. That is before Bruce Pearl. Can you read?
No, I can't. Okay. It's too dark in here.
That is before Bruce Pearl.
I swear to God,
they went to 8.
I'm 52, and I don't use readers. No, I can't.
The whole point is to say in the history of Auburn basketball, before Bruce Pearl, Auburn went to 8 NCAA tournaments. Yeah. In Bruce Pearl's tenure, they would have gone to 7 had
they
COVID not
legitimately
happened.
went to 6, which is still awesome. And just
But he coached well enough for them to go to 7. That's the point.
Sure, but they just didn't have a tournament. So
I get it. It's not about what would happen in the tournament. It's just about, yes, this is Bruce Pearl. I'm trying to show how good
when you
he
put
is.
makeup stuff on stuff that's real, the real
It's
stuff
not
stands well
made
without
up.
it. The real stuff is fine. There was no tournament.
It doesn't matter if there was a tournament. They were good enough. Their record was indicated that they were going to be a high seed. That's the point.
It's a bad point.
Good Lord, it's not that difficult.
It's
only an Alabama fan would argue
only an Auburn
with
fan
this.
would say, we got invited to a pretend tournament that never existed.
Normal individuals understand the comparison.
The Why are you making me waste time on something that he didn't do when all the stuff he did do is awesome?
Brought it up.
Well, because you had your math wrong.
No, it is perfectly correct.
It is terrible.
And we've got to take a break. I'll let Luke have a stroke while I enjoy the moment. We'll be back with more.
Bruce Pearl was also named Sexiest Man Alive.
Twice.
Sportz Auto Sales, Highway 280 in Kellyton, Alabama is home-owned and home-operated. If you're looking for tires, they have it. If you're looking for a vehicle, they have them. Great selection. Always out looking for more just for you, the customer. And if you're looking for service, whether you buy the vehicle from them or whether you buy the vehicle somewhere else, They do service work and got a great crew there. Keep us in mind. Don't you go by Forbes Auto Sales on Highway 280 in Kellyton today.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill and Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
Here at Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, we value what truly makes a home a home. And that's why we're proud to offer America's #1 brand of siding and exterior products. James Hardie creates possibilities with an array of colors and textures. We offer the full line of James Hardie products, from Hardie plank to artisan siding and everything in between, giving you, our customer, options to have the best. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, local since 1984.
Castelluccio Fine Italian Dining in downtown Alexander City is rapidly becoming the region standard for Italian cuisine, as well as hand-cut filet mignon, fresh Gulf seafood, and the area's best Italian import wine selection. We offer true old-world charm with unmatched hospitality. Like Castelluccio Fine Dining on Facebook to keep up with daily lunch and dinner specials. Also new, we offer catering for your family and small business, so call and order. Castelluccio, downtown Alexander City, where the only thing that rivals the flavor is the dining experience.
Ready for an unforgettable escape? Jump into adventure at Lake Martin, Alabama. From thrilling water sports to peaceful fishing spots, it's love at first bite every time you cast your line. Want more excitement? Catch an event with our vibrant festivals, concerts, and fishing tournaments all year long. And when the sun sets, dive downtown to discover local shops, delicious dining, and warm southern hospitality. Explore Lake Martin, where every moment is an adventure waiting to happen.
I'm Karen Chanel, your State Farm agent in Alexander City, Alabama, and the greater Lake Martin area. I want to talk to you a little bit today about your discounts. How many of you are entitled to discounts that you may or may not be receiving? One of the easiest discounts on your homeowner's insurance is that of having a fire extinguisher. Coupled with a deadbolt lock and a smoke alarm, that gives you an automatic discount on your homeowner's policy.
No, don't do it. No.
Welcome back to Sports Blitz Live. I am Andy Graham alongside Luke Robinson. If you missed the beginning of the show tonight,
lucky you.
Welcome in to the show. Thank you so much for being here. A lot to talk about, and apparently we can talk about it again because nobody cares.
Well, now it's so bright.
Yeah,
my wearing this white shirt was a bad choice.
You are glowing.
I mean,
surely there's got to be some sort of thing on the camera that you could tone down.
There's got to be something
on the exposure, I would think, maybe.
The only thing, I mean, I'm actually pretty tan, and like the only thing, I look like just a invisible man with some hair right here. That's it. Some dark
does.
Hair.
But anyway, we'll soldier on. How about that?
Let's. So
go ahead.
We were talking about Bruce Pearl.
Yeah.
And we were for
greatest coach in Auburn history.
I totally agree. Okay. And if somebody wants to call up and say, hey, it's Pat Dye for the way he made me feel and the way he changed Auburn's fortunes in football, I get all that. On paper, though, it's not close. And I would even argue, like, as bad as things were for Dye when he came into Auburn, he also came in a pretty good time with Bear on the tail end of his thing. So he perfect
Auburn
time,
had won a national title.
Perfect time to strike for him. And when Pearl got to Auburn, it wouldn't have mattered what time Pearl had gotten to Auburn. Their basketball program was so bad. And frankly, what this doesn't even tell you is his first 2 or 3 years weren't good, but he was building
two
something.
Losing seasons.
He was building something, and you could see it. You could see it in the way they played. And I think that's why he garnered so much patience. He's also, really ingratiated himself with the Auburn fans. He was approachable and
the
likable.
Community, everything.
Yeah. So, I mean, he
went that like
he's a
you were
good
saying
salesman.
that Auburn that first team he had was terrible, but they made it to the finals of the SEC tournament.
Yeah,
that was when everybody went, oh, okay,
yeah.
Okay, well, and we'll give him, not that everybody. I mean, everybody was bought in. We started selling out when they were losing, and that was his. No, that was he. He was the greatest salesman of anybody that I've ever seen at Auburn for sure. Maybe in the SEC. He just has a way about him. He has a personality, like I said. Went to the students in class, got them involved early, built Auburn Arena into something incredible that the nation recognizes now. So, it is just I knew this day was going to come, but I was hoping it was going to be a couple of years from now. But Stephen Pearl takes over. There's a lot of talk about that. Did he deserve the opportunity? It was this, forced upon Auburn. Those are questions I don't know the answer to. I will say personally, because of everything that we have just said, well, look, okay, I'm of two minds about this. Let me say this and set this up. I believe wholeheartedly that big-time college athletics, you cannot be sentimental when you're hiring. Having said that, Auburn is always sentimental when they hire. That's just who they are.
That is true.
Number two, Bruce, because of everything that we have just said, this is you could say Bruce Pearl's program as much as it is Auburn's now because he built it. It is what it is because of him. And if he said, "Look, I want you to give Stephen the shot," then I'm okay with it, and that's fine. And his last protege just won the national title, so maybe there's some hope in that.
Well, my thought on it is this. I do think Auburn is too sentimental when they do things like this. I do think they're too almost incestual when it comes to things like this. And I, for one, as an Alabama fan, am happy this is the route they went. I don't know. Stephen Pearl may be the next Todd Golden. He might be. I'm just saying I know how these things usually turn out, and it's usually not good. And the caveat being that there probably wouldn't have been anybody who could follow Bruce, just like there was hardly anybody who could follow Saban. So it's difficult to follow somebody that is a legend at their particular school, and whoever does it's got a hard task. And I think that, honestly, in a way, they didn't do Stephen any favors, or Bruce didn't. I know he did financially. I mean, he's going to get paid, I'm sure. I don't know what his contract will be or whatever. I think it's a 5-year deal already.
That's what I've heard, but I don't know.
And Bruce is going to stay on as like an advisory ambassador role for X amount of $100,000 a year or whatever.
The Saban role.
Yeah, which is fine. I mean, again, I have no problem with it. I do
absolutely.
find it funny. You remember how all the Auburn people were like, well, Saban won't get out of the way. Bruce is there like, oh, this is awesome. It's the same thing. And so now.
Well, Saban's son's not coaching.
No, well, but I think that makes it worse.
Let me tell you.
It might. I can't name a scenario where something like the only other one I really think of like this is Bobby Knight, Pat Knight, Texas Tech just didn't end well. It's just not. I just don't think this has much of a shot because, number one, whoever was coming in after Pearl was going to take a step back and going to take some heat and probably ultimately get fired, whoever it was. Secondly, the one thing if I were Auburn, I'd be like, hey, why did you wait so late? I mean, it's like right before the season, and it's like we don't have a choice but to hire him now. Now, maybe it was all in the works to begin with. It doesn't sound like it was.
I don't know. The way when Pearl had that interview, 2 months ago, when he said, I'll be surprised if I last.
My contract.
Yeah.
Which his contract's 3 or 4?
I think it was 3 maybe. Yeah. But
I'm with you, and I thought he would retire in a year or two. But right now, it's sort of like.
Maybe there's something we don't know.
There may be. I mean, all we can do is speculate because it's not been put out there. But I would feel a little strong-armed if I were Auburn. I really would because it's just like when Alabama hired Mike Shula. Everybody's like, you should have gotten the best person for the job. Who could we get?
Sly?
It was after spring practice. There were 2 choices. Both of them ended up being bad ones. You couldn't win. And so that's what I'm saying. Auburn was in a position where it's like we're bargaining against ourselves. We're negotiating with ourselves now because nobody else is going to offer Stephen Pearl, and we've got to pay him just about whatever he needs.
I think he's turned down some smaller jobs.
Okay, I would too if I knew what was coming.
Well, again, I would imagine him and Bruce have had these conversations for a while, for years probably. Now, I don't know. Maybe there is something to it. Health could be an issue. If it is, that's fine. That'll come out eventually. But I think this team has got some really good talent on it. So I think maybe it came down to the fact to say, well, okay, if Stephen takes over, let me set him up with the best possible scenario to succeed right out of the gate because it's going to be difficult. Now, that I had this conversation with somebody just a while ago. My biggest fear is that we end up having to fire Stephen Pearl, and it's ugly. And I hate for that relationship to sever. But you want it if Bruce. I have no doubt Bruce wanted him to have the job. So this is just what it is. So I'm hoping for success. It's the same staff. He's been recruiting. He's been the main ones that has been getting these guys to come to Auburn anyway. So can he coach it all? If he can't, then he ain't learned anything in a while, and he ain't very bright. So
not everybody, as we've seen time and time and time again, not everybody's cut out to be a head coach.
That's true.
Doesn't mean Stephen Pearl is or isn't. I don't know the answer to that. What I'm saying is, in my mind, I think Bruce Pearl on this team, coaching this team, is worth at least the roster's talented. But I think Bruce Pearl is worth at least 4 extra wins, whatever you thought it was. And so the question is Stephen Pearl going to keep it where it should be? If you don't have Bruce Pearl, is it going to be below that? Because I think Auburn will definitely lose some games without Bruce there this year.
Well, here's the other problem, too. And, again, I'm not saying it's a problem. It may not be. I hope it's not. But Stephen Pearl cannot come in and keep status quo. That's not the way this works. He's got to move the program forward, and that's a high bar. So that is going to be a challenge, and that's on him. And I hope this is something that he's willing to take on. And if he doesn't, again, he's got 4 years to try to kind of figure this out, and hopefully the staff remains together, and hopefully they coach real well, and he goes to 4 Final Fours. I hope that's the case. And wins a national title, and I think Bruce would be the happiest person in the world, and so would I. So now, the chances that that happens or it ends ugly, it's probably a higher probability, but it is what it is.
I feel like it's a gamble, and while I think there are probably people out there watching that are Auburn fans going, we can give Bruce Pearl whatever he wants, he's earned everything. If in 3 years Stephen Pearl has gone to one NCAA tournament, exited early, and hadn't made the other ones, in 3 years you'll be saying, I don't care who's his daddy, he's getting out of here. Because that's how college athletics works.
And that's the level of the program that he has built, that its expectation now is real. We got to take another break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
Satterfield Outdoor Living is Lake Martin's trusted friend for your outdoor land and leisure needs. We're the region's authorized Skag mower dealer for residential and commercial lawns and offer all the small engine accessories you need with top lines of Steel, Echo, Shindawa, Husqvarna, and Metabo products that can tame any landscape. Satterfield is also your grill headquarters with Big Green Egg Grill, and our pros service everything in-house and back up all sales. Get the Satterfield Outdoor difference on Highway 280 right across from Tallapoosa Ford.
Banner Building Summer Sale is happening right now. No money down, no payments for 90 days, plus 12 months with zero interest now through August 31st on all portable wood and aluminum sheds, carports, garages, and barns built on site or delivered during the summer sales event happening right now at Banner Buildings, 4011 Warm Springs Road in Columbus, or online at bannerbuildingsga.com. Better buildings, better prices, Banner Buildings of Columbus.
Illinois Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best-kept secret. An affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Hillaby Towers, 256-329-0552. 256-329-0552. Hillaby Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
Sign Source is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Visit our new locations in Gadsden and Oxford today.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz at Night. Thank you so much for being with us. Andy and Luke here with you. About 30 more minutes in the first hour of tonight's program. Did get some election results. I'll pass those along before we continue on. We got Kelly Waldrop in District 4 defeating Frank Tapley in the council race, and in District 6, Mike Lucas defeats Brett Phillips. The mayor's race ending soon, although we did possibly get an update. I'll hold off on that till it's official, but Kelly Waldrop, congratulations, Kelly Waldrop in District 4, and Mike Lucas in District 6. Mayor's race results soon pending. Okay, Auburn, Oklahoma. I'm sure you watched this game. Obviously, everybody's talking about the deception play, and, there's a lot of different opinions about it, although most everybody pretty much acknowledges that it was illegal. Is that fair to say?
Well, it is, and that's fair to say. I understand it. I understand Auburn's outrage. At the same time, like I called into Auburn Blitz State, explain to me how that is different than a defensive back teaching his defensive backs to try and grab the arm of a receiver as they're coming out of their break in such a way, because you know where the officials would be situated, in such a way that the official is unlikely to see it. Explain to me how it's different than an offensive line coach telling if it's offensive line, hey, the line judge is here, or the umpire is here, try and put your hands up under here and get a little shirt and, do the best you can do. Again, I don't think it's any worse than any of those things. I personally don't. Yes, it's an illegal play, and it seems like it's so much worse because the guy was so wide open for a touchdown. And also, Auburn was angry because they were trying to get a timeout and they couldn't get it and all this other stuff. But
I think it's the difference between, if we go in the Wayback Machine 20 years and say it's the difference between a $100 handshake and a payroll for a team. It's the difference between rubbing is racing or crashing your opponent in against the wall. I mean, there are things that happen during a game that, you get a little tug here and you call it when you see it. But this was a specifically designed play that you practiced. I don't know if you practiced this. You say, well, look, if you're going to get beat, just grab the jersey
Bob Stoops said
and
they
we'll get
practiced
that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Now, My question is this, because the SEC
and apparently now they talk to the referees before the game.
Yeah, that is a rumor. I don't know if that's actually happened. And the SEC office, which in my opinion did something very stupid, they came out with a statement about it. They should have just kept their yap shut, because I can tell you this, as an Alabama fan, last year in Oklahoma, by the way, when they said Ryan Williams was covered up so he couldn't go out, we scored a touchdown on that play, and the rules people were like, that was perfectly legal. There was no problem. So why did he call that? And my question is, it took a touchdown off just like it gave Oklahoma a touchdown. Why not make a statement on that? Are you going to make a statement every time Bo Nix throws a backwards pass and it's not called? The SEC did something so mind-numbingly dumb to come out and address this because, yes, it was illegal.
I think they had to, because the official in the booth kept, basically said on air on national television, what they did is illegal. Here's the rule, and he read it basically.
And again, I'm fine with that. I don't have any problem with their doing that. I don't have any problem saying the ref blew that one, because we all have to hear that all the time. And we see. And another rant I said I was going to go on. I told you this whenever I called in. Let's get rid of replay. Let's just get rid of it. Why couldn't you replay that? If it's such an egregious foul, why couldn't we check it out? Now, initially that you couldn't really see him. There was another camera angle where you could see how close he was. They eventually got around to that. So I don't know if it would have been good in that instance.
Which one are we talking about?
Huh?
Which
I'm
one
talking about the illegal play.
Oh, yeah.
If it's so egregious, if it's so awful that we have to make a statement, when it was sort of up in the air about it, and if Auburn knew that, hey, you can't do that, they should have said, take a timeout, do whatever you got to do. Y'all review that. But they would say, well, that's not reviewable.
Not a reviewable.
Why is it not reviewable? I thought the whole point was to get every call right. That's what everybody tells me about review. Review is dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb.
Every time you rail against instant replay, and I always come back and say, look, I just want to get the call right.
That's right. Now you know.
I was wrong.
Thank you.
Because they screwed Auburn not once but twice.
Well, the instant replay didn't screw them on the illegal play.
Yeah. And I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the fumbles and the non-catch. Now, you might argue and say,
I thought the catch was a catch.
No. Yeah, but they ruled it an incomplete.
I know.
So it screwed Auburn twice.
I felt like the catch, I thought they ultimately got that one right. I still don't know. I mean, I've heard Auburn's fans say he got it and took 2 steps. I don't think he took 2 steps.
It's irrelevant if we do away with replay.
Again, I'm with you on that. Okay, I'm with you on that 100%. But on the fumble, this is another reason that I hate replay. That if you look at that long enough, you can make it whatever you want it to be. If you and since there is apparently not much of a time limit, and people don't understand what indisputable means, they sat there and looked at it, and then I think it's Mike Ferreira. Is that his name, the guy?
The NFL official?
Yeah, the official that watches it with him?
Yep.
Because he's the one, when I initially saw the play, I said, I don't know if he had that. And then I was thinking, well, maybe I was just wrong. And then Mike Ferreira said, hey, I'm not looking at it as if he's down. I was looking at if he had control. And once you put that seed of doubt in somebody's head, then they start looking for it.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's when a picture is worth 1,000 words. I mean, it's what is the still frame by frame by frame? It's 1,000 times 1,000 times 1,000. And you can just do it whichever way you want to. And I know replay at some points has made some things right that were wrong. But I personally am willing to live with getting some calls wrong on the front end to keep the momentum of the game going, to keep it where we don't have to sit there and wait every time somebody does something. And then for them to say, well, that's not reviewable. But I thought the whole point was to make it so you got it right. If it is to get it right, then review that. That's easily reviewed. It was not like pass interference. That's judgment. I've always thought you can't the NFL tried pass interference. It was stupid. They got rid of it immediately. You can't do it with holding. But you can do it with.
I'm fine with seeing if somebody stepped on the line or not. That can be easily looked at in 5 seconds. But
it's not easily looked at.
This overturning. look, if we're going to call it on the field and then you overturn it when it's not clearly that it was, you're an overturn, and then, I've had enough. But you cost me 14 points, so I'm done.
Well, look, let's also say this: the fumble happened on Oklahoma's first drive.
It did.
I'm tired of everybody saying, "Hey, we just put 7 points." We don't know what would have happened. It wasn't like it happened on the last play of the game.
This. It took 7 points away from Auburn and gave Oklahoma 3. Can we at least say that?
Yes, but a multitude of other things could have happened throughout the game.
1,000 different things could have happened.
Now, and the other thing was
but also
the pass interference that wasn't called, which should have been called. I think we all
Auburn
agreed.
scored on that anyway.
Auburn scored on that anyway, and it's like if Auburn hadn't scored on that, I think everybody would have lost their minds. Luckily, Jackson Arnold made his best run of the day.
The deception. That gave them 7. Where I'll be generous. I'll say if you had 2nd and 40 or 2nd and 39 from the 40, I don't think they're going to get that. So I'll give them a field goal. It might have been a long one. They might not even have made that, but I'll give them that field goal. So that's that's 4. That's 7 points right there that they would have gotten not otherwise.
True, but I think in the end you also have to look at it like this. Auburn had a 17-16 lead.
I'm not saying
quarter.
The officials cost them the game.
Well, but there have been some folks that have said, "Hey, we should just with that statement we should consider this a tie." No, none of that happens. Arkansas doesn't get Bo Nix's fumble back. It just doesn't work that way. Sometimes you get hosed. Sometimes you're the recipient of the hose. Sometimes you're the hoser. And it just is the way it is. It stinks for Auburn right now. But like I said, I mean, any other litany of games you want to choose from that Auburn was the beneficiary of something, you can say, hey, we just got away with one.
I thought maybe that the pollsters would have looked at it and not dropped Auburn out of the top 25.
I thought that was a little silly considering Illinois got absolutely waxed.
By your favorite team.
Yeah, by my favorite team. And and Notre Dame's 0-2. I had no problem with keeping Notre Dame in the poll at 0-2 because nobody else played those two teams. They're now both top 10 teams.
Yeah.
But yeah, I probably wouldn't have, as much as I hate to say it, I wouldn't have dropped Auburn out. I mean, I probably would have had them like at 25, 24.
I don't mind dropping them to 25, but I would have kept them in because of the circumstances of the game.
Yeah.
All right, we got to take a break. We're far behind. More to come right after this.
You've dreamed about the perfect house, a place to call your own, and a place to not only stretch out, but to grow. Auto Owners protects your house because to you, it's home. That's simple human sense. Happy to help, man. I was just over there talking to myself anyway.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
I'm Joseph Dean with Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation in Dadeville. We're located at 16797 Highway 280, which is on the corner of 280 and 49 North. With an on-site crematory in Opelika and a cemetery in Tallapoosa County, we are a full-service funeral home. To get in touch with us, feel free to come by or call us, 256-750-0381. And for any other questions, you can visit the website at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
There's only one clear choice in the Lake Martin area for plumbing, heating, and air. That's All Clear Plumbing and Air. Our professionally trained technicians offer full service repair and installation on all major brands. From drips to water heaters, thermostats to entire air conditioning and heating systems, and everything in between. Our fast, reliable, and guaranteed top-notch customer service will keep you informed and up to speed through the entire process. Call us today or look for us on Facebook and Instagram at All Clear Plumbing and Air, 256-496-2056. License number 19172.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Luke here with you. It appears that it is official. Alex City has a new mayor. Mike Dinsmore with 1,587 votes and Woody Baird with 1,545 votes. So actually a really good turnout for a runoff. I'm a little surprised at those numbers, but Dinsmore wins by 42 votes. 40. Who says one vote doesn't matter, right? 42 votes.
Just would have won by 41.
Yeah, that is true. All right, but so there you go, Kelly. Who was it? Was it? There was some name they called him the first. I forgot last time we did this.
What?
I can't remember now. It was like I'll think of it. I don't know. But Kelly Waldrop wins District 4. Mike Lucas wins District 6, and Mike Dinsmore wins the mayoral race in the runoff. So there you go. All right, Alabama
for one, welcome our new overlords.
Absolutely. If we don't,
Simpsons joke.
And if we don't know, the council people's names, that's probably a good thing because that means they're not causing a lot of ruckus between them and the mayor. So maybe that'll be a good thing. All right, Alabama goes to Athens, Georgia, to take on the Bulldogs. Georgia's a 2.5-point favorite here. That's a pretty tight line for this game, huh?
Well, I think people are looking at Georgia's secondary and seeing, okay, it's not quite what it has been. And that's where Alabama thrives right now. Jimmy Stein and I were talking about it on Locked On Bama today that he said, who do you think will have more rushing yards, Jan Miller and Nate Frazier for Georgia? And I said, whoever Georgia's running back is will have more rushing yards because Alabama's just not. I said our running back may have more. Our top running back may have more receiving yards than he does rushing yards. We're just sort of a passing team right now. I mean, I don't know if we necessarily want to be, but I think that that's sort of what we have, and that's where our weapons are. Even our running backs are better receivers than they seem to be running backs. I mean, Kevin Riley has made some really nice catches. Jan Miller hadn't played this year, but we've seen him score on wheel routes a couple of times against Georgia, one in the SEC title game, one last year. So, I think Alabama is strength on weakness. The problem is that when you're at a game like this, and if you want to keep the crowd out of it, you're on the road. I look at it sort of like the Lions and Ravens from last night. The Lions had a drive last night, and again, remember, they got Jahmyr Gibbs, who's a great running back, but he's also a pretty deadly receiver. They got David Montgomery, who's a pretty good running back in his own right. But, they got J-Mo and Amon-Ra St. Brown, and they got Laporta at tight end. They got dudes that you can throw it to. But they went on an 11-minute drive, which in the NFL is just unheard of. I mean, it's just nutty. Is it in any high school?
That's hard to do.
Anything. It's tough to do. And what it did was it kept Baltimore's offense over there just getting cold, getting frustrated, and the defense getting tired. And I don't know that Alabama is able to do something like that. And Detroit still put up 38 points. Yeah. So what I'm saying is they had that long drive, and they were very meticulous and strategic when they took their shots. So I just don't know that Alabama can hold the ball long enough. That's what worries me. Gunnar Stockton's a gamer, but he's certainly not, I don't think he's even Stetson Bennett, but he's not Matt Stafford or somebody like that. So, and Georgia's receivers, I mean, I like Branch a lot, but the only time we've really seen him do much was against Tennessee. And Tennessee was missing 2 defensive backs in their own right that game. I can see where somebody would pick Alabama to win. I'm not there yet. I'm reserving my pick until much later. But, my initial inclination is to lean Georgia here. But the other side of it is Georgia's going to a blackout for some reason. But maybe that is sort of like hair of the dog, you know?
Yeah, let's harken back to whatever, 2007 or whatever. 8 or whatever.
There are two other ways to look at this. Georgia's won 33 home games in a row, which is an SEC record. The other side of that is they're due to lose one. And wouldn't it be something if Alabama were the team that's their bugaboo if they were the ones to do it?
Alabama's own Kirby Smart, that's for sure. There's no question about it. So, Kenny Waldron. That was the last time. That was the message I got. Kenny Waldron.
Oh, that's what it was. And we were like, who is that guy?
Who is Kenny Waldron? Oh, Kelly Waldron.
Kelly Waldron.
Congratulations, Kenny.
Come see, come saw.
I don't know why they just came out. All right, we got to take another break, but we'll be back and close out the first hour of tonight's show right after this.
Here they come! More big transport trucks full of new GMC trucks and SUVs to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of the best-selling full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $12,750 off. New GMC Terrains with a fresh design, a spacious interior, and safety features, discounted up to $4,000 off MSRP. Plus, enjoy no payments until November at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Main Street Family Urgent Care. Main Street Family Care offers a wide array of services that allows them to treat many conditions, and they also offer primary care. In addition to these services, they also offer DOT physical exams, lab testing, sports physicals, and vaccines. They accept most major insurance plans, including Medicaid. Main Street Family Care opens 7 days a week. Main Street Family Urgent Care. Heal better, feel better fast.
Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union, is looking for the next hometown hero. Hometown heroes could be first responders, public service workers, community leaders, pastors, community volunteers, or anyone who is making a difference in your hometown. Submit your nominations now online at myhscu.com. And if your nominee is selected, they will get a $100 Visa cash card and a certificate of appreciation from Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union, federally insured by the NCUA.
Illinois Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best-kept secret. An affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Hillary Towers, 256-329-0552. 256-329-0552. Hillary Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
Red Flag Pest Control is Central Alabama's best in pest control with hometown service in Lake Martin and now the greater Montgomery area. When you see pests, throw down the red flag. Termites, bed bugs, carpenter bees, mosquitoes, or general pests. Red Flag gets the job done at the right price for your home or business. At Lake Martin, call 888-943-0353 or in Montgomery, 334-265-1831. Red Flag, the best in pest control in Central Alabama.
If you listen carefully, you'll hear the roads of Alabama calling. And Sarah Honda has your answer. Serving you for over 40 years with one of the largest Honda and pre-owned inventories in the state and the Sarah Promise. Our best deal when you buy or trade, a 72-hour exchange policy, a no-hassle trade-in promise. Written offers are good for 7 days. And our best service promise. Our factory-certified technicians help keep your vehicle running smoothly. That's why Alabama can be yours to discover in a new vehicle from Sarah Honda in Sylacauga.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Luke here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us tonight. 256-234-6221 is our number here. Give us a call. Let us know what's on your mind. Again, Mike Dinsmore wins the mayoral race, the runoff here in Alexander City by only 42 votes. So also Kelly Waldrop and Lucas winning the council seats. We'd like to thank, of course, JR Sports Bar and Grill for sponsorship of our show each and every Tuesday evening. JR's, great place to get some great food, great atmosphere, great people, all the way around. JR's Sports Bar and Grill. Go and check them out one day this week. Bouncing around the SEC, Florida and Miami. You think Miami's the number 2 team in the country?
I don't. But I look around and I just don't see a lot of greatness out there. You know, Ohio State even has flaws. I mean, Texas certainly does. I think Georgia certainly does.
Find out a lot about Penn State and Oregon this weekend.
Penn State and Oregon, this weekend. It's a great weekend for college football. I mean, Ole Miss, LSU. You got Texas A&M, Auburn, Notre Dame, and Arkansas. Well, Luke, why do you like that one? Well, because I think if Sam Pittman can win that, he can right some wrongs. Apparently, we were muted for where we were discussing Sam Pittman. So,
right.
If there's anybody who's more down on his luck than Sam Pittman, I mean, good Lord. I mean, the man cannot buy a break.
Literally going 2 upsets and find a way. I mean, literally find a way to lose.
I mean, snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. I mean,
yeah.
But there's so many other good games. I mean, Penn State.
And this time the guy, he ain't even trying to recover it. The ball's just laying underneath him, and he ain't even trying to recover it. I don't know if he didn't see it, if he didn't feel it. I mean, just kneel on the ball. You're at the 10.
They could have knelt it. And
you're at the 10-yard line, man.
The catch, though, if he had done what you said, Memphis had enough time to where they could have kicked a field goal to win it. The way the clock was. So I think they were trying to get another first down.
Yeah.
Or get a touchdown. And
which he got, by the way.
Yeah, he got the first down. He just forgot the ball.
Now, it got, much like last night with Derrick Henry, it got punched out.
Yeah,
it wasn't like
it was good play.
Wasn't like he just coughed it up.
It was a good play.
The guy punched it out when he was like a foot off the ground. I mean,
it was just. Being an Arkansas fan has got to be so just.
It's gut wrenching at this point.
It's got to be because you're right there. You had it. You. In fact, you should be undefeated. And if Arkansas were undefeated, if those two games had gone Arkansas's way, which I would say the win probability in both of them, for Memphis was extraordinarily high at that time, right before the fumble, and for Ole Miss was probably a little bit high right before the fumble. If they were undefeated, and you think about them with Taylon Green, and you think they got a good return man in Cam Shanks from Prattville, Alabama, their defense it's not great.
No, but they're averaging about 500 yards a game offensively.
Yeah, but again, then they're bringing in Notre Dame. That place would be going nuts. It's just brutal, man. It's brutal. And, Texas Tech, Utah, I'm not going to spend a ton of time on it because Big 12 should be a one-bid league. But
that was not close.
Texas Tech pretty doggone good with a backup quarterback.
Yeah. And Ole Miss with a backup quarterback, by the way.
Yeah, by the way, who Austin Simmons is back full go.
What do you do?
I don't know what you do.
Yeah. Wally Pipp,
Yeah, he may have gotten Wally pipped.
Missouri takes care of business. This game was not as close as the score indicates with them in South Carolina. I think they ran for 285.
And South Carolina ran for like -9.
-9.
And, Lenora Sellers was back. South Carolina put up a fight. That Ahmad Hardy is a dude.
God,
he is a load.
He played. I knew that when he played Auburn last year, 2 years ago, whenever it was.
We didn't know he was like that.
I knew he was pretty good. He ran. You could tell he had some. He was tough.
Well,
he'd break tackles.
You know who he reminds me of, who unfortunately passed away apparently either today or yesterday, and that's Rudy Johnson. He's got that really just compact bowling ball type. He's probably even a little bit bigger. But Hardy is he's going to be a load. And, Missouri, they've got a game this weekend. Then I think they have an off week. Then they welcome in Alabama. They'll be undefeated. And then the next week they go to Auburn.
This is after Alabama faces a 5-0 Vandy team.
Well, Alabama's got to play Georgia this week. The next 3 teams in a row for Alabama are undefeated. And then Tennessee is after Missouri, and then you go to South Carolina, who, God knows what that's going to be like.
Alabama could be a giant killer here, or could be in trouble.
I might
Can
be
you
catching a ride
imagine
with y'all to the Birmingham Bowl.
I know you don't want to think about this, but it is not out of the realm of possibility that we could be talking about a 6-0 Vandy team and a 2-3 Alabama team.
No. Alabama would be 2-2.
I'm talking about losing to Georgia and
Vandy's next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 2-2 and
Alabama and 6-0 Vandy.
Yeah. Well, I'm just talking about if Vandy won the game.
Oh, if Vandy won the game, then
Alabama
2-3 Bama, 6-0 Vandy, and Alabama would be headed to Missouri.
That's what I'm talking
who's going to be
about.
Undefeated.
That's what I mean. So we could be talking about a 6-0 Vandy or 5-0, whatever they'd be, and a 2-3 Alabama.
That would get somebody on the hot seat.
Yeah. And it's not that far-fetched.
It's really not, but, you just look around this league, and I know that's what we'll talk about in the next segment is these future schedules that were just announced. And, there's no easy path. When I looked at it first, I was like, that's so hard. And then I thought, but that's probably the easiest path we can have next year. With the way the SEC is set up, if you have Kentucky and Mississippi State and Vandy on your schedule, that's about all you can ask for.
Yeah.
That's all you can ask for.
This is true. This is crazy. It's not your father's SEC, that's for sure. All right, we got to take a break, but never fear. We'll be back with hour number 2 of Sports Blitz Live right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
If you haven't been to Big B Barbecue in Alex City, then you're missing the best barbecue around. Big B has everything from the best pulled or chopped pork, chicken, and beef to cheeseburgers and grilled chicken salads. Bring your friends and family out for a great dinner and sit outside on our beautiful patio or sit inside and enjoy your meal by the fireplace. So come in and join us and enjoy the best barbecue in the area only at Big B Barbecue, located on Highway 22 West in Alex City.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Glory's Furniture Express, your expressway to savings. Come on, get on board. Glory's Furniture saves you more. We try harder in every way, so drive a little and save today. Glory's Furniture Express, your expressway to savings.
Hi, I'm Abby Guy, Vice President at Riverbank and Trust. They say that most banks offer the same products, but Riverbank offers something most can't: personal connection. We love getting to know our customers by name and making them feel special with every interaction. It's a feeling of warm hospitality you won't find anywhere else. Experience it for yourself.
Ready for an unforgettable escape? Jump into adventure at Lake Martin, Alabama. From thrilling water sports to peaceful fishing spots, it's love at first bite every time you cast your line. Want more excitement? Catch an event with our vibrant festivals, concerts, and fishing tournaments all year long. And when the sun sets, dive downtown to discover local shops, delicious dining, and warm southern hospitality. Explore Lake Martin, where every moment is an adventure waiting to happen.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live, hour number 2. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. I am Andy Graham alongside Luke Robinson. We'll be with you for another hour tonight. Give us a call. Let us know what's on your mind. 256-234-6221 if you got any thoughts on the retirement of Bruce Pearl or the Auburn-Oklahoma game or the Alabama-Georgia game coming up. The new schedules, which we'll talk about here in a minute. Or if you'd like to talk about Major League Baseball, Luke is dying to talk about. All right, SEC permanent opponents. That came out actually a couple of days ago, and then this full schedules.
I think yesterday. Right?
Full schedules kind of came out tonight. But who, if anybody, like you said, I mean, nobody's got an easy slate here, and they divided it up. It was an impossible job, but Alabama gets Mississippi State, and Auburn gets Vanderbilt as that third opponent. We both knew that's about as good as you could have asked for.
Well, here's the other thing, and they said this on the reveal show tonight for the future schedule. They said they took into mathematics into equation, like they wanted to make this as equitable as they could, because it wouldn't be right. A buddy of mine who has worked at Ole Miss in the past said he knows that LSU, Ole Miss, and Mississippi State all lobbied for Alabama to be on their roster because it's a big game every time it comes to town. It's a huge game, and it's good for the local community. But he was like, Ole Miss wasn't going to get it because that's not traditional enough. So it was down to LSU and Mississippi State. And in terms of fairness across the board, it makes no sense for Alabama to have to get Auburn, Tennessee, and LSU. I mean, those would be 3 of the top 6, 7 programs of all time in the conference. And when Georgia's going to get South Carolina and Tennessee's going to get Kentucky and Vanderbilt, it's just not right. So that I think they did this as well as they could. The other thing they said on the reveal show that I found incredibly interesting and I didn't think about, they said they also kept in mind distance. So if that's the case, then there's no doubt Alabama should play Mississippi State. They're the 2 closest ones. And I was talking again on the podcast about today about how Mississippi State, if you've ever been there, it's everybody gives it hell. It's a nice place. I mean, it's not bad. Mississippi State, Starkville. It's not bad. It's
you got the Little Dewey.
The Little Dewey's awesome.
I don't know.
Okay, but it's truly a small SEC college town, right?
Yeah.
And they don't have just a litany of hotels. It's not like they got a lot of other things going on outside of football season to bring in attractions or whatever. And so when they play somebody, they want you want to travel somewhere. Like if you're at Florida, you're looking at all the games you could travel to. You're probably like, I'll skip Starkville. But Alabama fans will show up there and they'll spend their money there because you know what? It takes about an hour to get there, an hour and a half to get there. And they'll spend money, and then they might come home, but they've been there all day spending money, in the community, and that's what they want. So when you think about Alabama's permanent opponents being Mississippi State, being Auburn, and being the lone exception to the rule being Tennessee, because Knoxville's a hike, but it's such a traditional rivalry. And then, Auburn, Nashville's not too terribly far away. It's easy enough drive. You could do it in a day if you want to.
And again, look, I don't care what you say, but Auburn, Alabama, and Georgia have been the best 2 teams that Auburn has had to play in the SEC for about 15 years or 20 years, giving us Vanderbilt, which again I fully believe will be a top 25 perennial team because Auburn drew them. It's just the way it works, it seems. But you couldn't ask for anything better. That's a bone to Auburn, and I appreciate it. I'm not going to complain about it. You want to talk about some winners maybe and losers, though? Florida's a winner here. Florida gets Georgia, South Carolina, and Kentucky.
Well, yeah, and I guess the argument could be, why couldn't we should have kept Florida, Tennessee. Now, the one thing to keep in mind, all this could change in 4 years.
True.
All your permanents could change. Now, Auburn and Alabama, Tennessee, and Auburn, Georgia aren't going to change.
But, I mean, Florida and LSU, Florida and Tennessee, man, those are –
Well, we've taken away LSU, Bama. We've taken away LSU, Florida. We've taken away Florida, Tennessee. We've taken away Georgia, Tennessee. I mean, we've taken away Auburn LSU hadn't been a thing.
But again, they're going to come around quicker.
They will come around more quickly. And again, in 4 years, you reevaluate. So I bet and they'll factor in the math again. So what if Vandy goes on some unbelievable roll and they win the SEC 2 of these next 4 years? Well, then Auburn will be like, hey, we don't want to play Vandy every year anymore. We want to play Kentucky. And so they'll try to figure that out because Auburn and Georgia and Auburn-Bama aren't going anywhere. But just for instance,
I think Tennessee's a winner here too.
Well, Tennessee is the winner. I mean, Tennessee is 100% the winner because their program's on the come up. They've been to the playoffs, and they get Kentucky and Vanderbilt full-time along with Alabama. Tennessee is the winner. I don't think there's any doubt. But you look at this schedule, just give you an example. Next year, Alabama, I just happen to know the dates of their 3 non-con games. So we only play 3 non-conference games now. Alabama's going to open up with ECU, East Carolina.
Who ain't bad this year, by the way.
And then they're going to play South Florida, who we know they're pretty doggone good. Then they're going to play Florida State at home. Then you get into the SEC.
Is that the first 3 games?
Yes.
Oh.
You get into the SEC slate. Now, these are not in order. The dates won't be revealed until December. So Alabama-Auburn will be the last one, and Alabama will have Auburn at home. And the other thing I knew was that Alabama was going to get 4 conference games at home and 5 away because I knew we had 3 non-con at home, and they weren't going to give us, if we had gotten 5 at home, then all of a sudden we've got, a ton of home games, and the next year we'll have practically none,
Yeah.
So we get Auburn at home, at Mississippi State, at Tennessee, Georgia at home, South Carolina at home, A&M at home, at Kentucky, at LSU, at Vandy. Now, you look at that on the surface and you go, oh, my God. You've got at LSU, you've got A&M at home, they're a top 10 team right now. You got South Carolina, probably no Lenora Sellers, but still a better program. You got Georgia, good Lord, at Tennessee, and Auburn at home, and you're thinking, oh, my God. But that's the best you could have asked for. I mean, it's going to be hard no matter what you do. So if you get Vandy and Kentucky and Mississippi State on the schedule at one time, lucky you. I mean, Auburn has –
It looks like a mid-'80s schedule for Auburn. You get Tennessee, Florida, Georgia, and Alabama. You throw in a Mississippi State, a Vanderbilt. I can't remember.
Well, so next year Auburn's – I have it right here. Next year Auburn's home games.
Oh, LSU.
Next year Auburn's home games are going to be LSU, Vandy, Florida, and Arkansas. Now, they also get Baylor and 2 other soup cans that they're playing. And – their away games, it's a little tougher. I mean, at Mississippi State, okay. By the way, they're undefeated and could beat Tennessee this weekend. But the away games are Georgia, Bama, Tennessee, Ole Miss, and Mississippi State. The one that stood out to me was Auburn's 2028 slate. Now, they don't have a good non-con game yet. They'll have to get one because it's in the rules now. You've got to find somebody that's pretty good out of the Power 4 or Notre Dame, right? So Auburn will get somebody like that. We don't know who it is. I think it was going to be UCLA, and they bowed out, and UCLA is in turmoil and may not even be playing college football in a year, so who knows. But Auburn's 2028 home slate, they're going to need to find somebody like non-con to play then at home because, my God, their home slate is awful. Vanderbilt, Tennessee, Ole Miss, and Mississippi State. Their road games in 2028. Georgia, Bama, LSU, Florida, and Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
That's brutal.
Yes, it is.
But, I mean, it's brutal for everybody. I mean, that's just tough. And what it's really tough for is the guy selling the tickets because you'd love to have, hey, if you had LSU and Florida at home and Vandy and Ole Miss on the road, you wouldn't be worried about it.
Yeah.
But there's not a sexy game outside of maybe Ole Miss, assuming Lane Kiffin's still there in 2028, which I'd say good money says he's not. His daughter's dating the LSU starting linebacker. So who knows what's going to happen. Have you seen all that?
No.
His daughter is dating Weeks, the stud linebacker for LSU. And that's the most Kiffin thing I've ever heard in my life.
That'll be okay. That'll be.
That should go well.
That should be
this
interesting.
weekend.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sure nobody said anything that matters.
I think, speaking of, I'll say this and then we'll go ahead and take a break. Arkansas, and to be really kind of Texas A&M, maybe got the shaft a little bit. Arkansas has Missouri, Texas, and LSU. A&M's got Texas, LSU, and Missouri. So,
I don't think Arkansas got the shaft. I think here's the other thing you got to remember. You want good game. I mean,
you do.
Texas coming to town is going to be a big boom for your local economy and for your college. So yeah, and LSU coming to town is always a big deal.
But when Missouri's your lesser. Yeah,
Missouri,
right now he's winning 10 games a year.
I'm 100% on board with that, but we also know Missouri does like this.
It does, but hey, watch out now. Drinkwitz has turned out to be a pretty doggone good coach.
He's a good coach. I'm not saying he's not a good coach. I'm just saying we all know it's not going to be like a 10-year high for Missouri. I think they got about another couple of years, and then they'll dip back down.
We'll see. We'll see. All right, we got to take a break. Don't go anywhere. More to come right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
If you haven't been to Big B Barbecue in Alex City, then you're missing the best barbecue around. Big B has everything from the best pulled or chopped pork, chicken, and beef to cheeseburgers and grilled chicken salads. Bring your friends and family out for a great dinner and sit outside on our beautiful patio or sit inside and enjoy your meal by the fireplace. So come in and join us and enjoy the best barbecue in the area only at Big B Barbecue, located on Highway 22 West in Alex City.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Gory's Furniture Express, your expressway to savings. Come on, get on board. Gory's Furniture saves you more. We try harder in every way, so drive a little and save today. Gory's Furniture Express, your expressway to savings.
Hi, I'm Abby Guy, Vice President at Riverbank and Trust. They say that most banks offer the same products, but Riverbank offers something most can't: personal connection. We love getting to know our customers by name and making them feel special with every interaction. It's a feeling of warm hospitality you won't find anywhere else. Experience it for yourself.
Ready for an unforgettable escape? Jump into adventure at Lake Martin, Alabama. From thrilling water sports to peaceful fishing spots, it's love at first bite every time you cast your line. Want more excitement? Catch an event with our vibrant festivals, concerts, and fishing tournaments all year long. And when the sun sets, dive downtown to discover local shops, delicious dining, and warm southern hospitality. Explore Lake Martin, where every moment is an adventure waiting to happen.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Luke here with you. About 45 more minutes in tonight's show. Thank you so much for being with us. 256-234-6221 is our number here. Down goes Clemson again to Syracuse at home, 34-21. Dabo in trouble?
I don't think he's in trouble, and if Clemson's smart, they won't be in trouble. I mean, look,
can he turn this around?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he's just such a unique character that he's going to have to adjust with the times, and I think Clemson may have a conversation with him like, hey, maybe we let up on the no transfers at all kind of thing, you know.
Well, I thought they did let up on that.
They did, but I think he's going to have to embrace it even a little more. And if I were him, I'd also bring up, hey, this is the best Syracuse team we've seen in a while, although they did almost lose to
Syracuse has kind of been their kryptonite.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's been.
They had
even
won
when
6 in a row.
even when Clemson was great, they were losing.
Yeah, they had at least tough games with them.
Yeah.
Losing to Georgia Tech, there's no shame in that. Losing to LSU, probably no shame in it. But I think now that we've seen LSU a little bit more and we've seen Clemson a little more, we see maybe that wasn't the 1 versus 2 matchup we thought it was going to be. Because LSU only put up 20 points against Florida, and 7 of them came on a pick 6 at home.
Yeah, I should, and if you're Clemson, and in my opinion, I'm not a Clemson fan, so I got no dog in the fight. It's not me, so I'm just an observer. But I would say, for a place like Clemson, he has taken them to 4 national title games and won 2 of them.
It's amazing.
If that doesn't buy you a decade, I mean, I know maybe it shouldn't. Like we were talking about earlier, and look, I mean, maybe it shouldn't, but I mean, come on, you okay? Give me 7 years.
Well, here's the thing.
I mean, does that not buy you anything?
I think that it doesn't buy you this, it doesn't buy you that talk is off the table now when you see, man, they gave up on Jimbo Fisher. God, I feel so bad for him. There he is with $72 million.
Nobody feels sorry for him.
And I'm just saying, like, I don't know what Dabo's buyout is, but
I bet it's astronomical.
I mean, it's got to be high. And so if they want to get rid of, he actually came out and said, if y'all are tired of winning, get rid of me.
Yeah.
And the thing about
which is kind of arrogant, and
it is arrogant, but it's also
so
correct.
Dabo.
It's so correct. And again, I don't
know
wouldn't
about
want my
they
coach
ain't
to
doing
say
a
it.
lot of winning.
I wouldn't want my coach to say it.
Yeah.
100%. But he's put a lot of dudes in the NFL. Peter Woods and T.J. Parker from right here in the state of Alabama. He recruited them. He got the quarterback from Spain Park that Benjamin Russell played last week. That
he
was
is
good.
really good.
He was pretty good, and he was slinging it all over the yard. They've got some talent. Klubnik's good. It just hasn't come together for him. Antonio Williams, their star wide receiver, has been dealing with some injuries. And look, I don't know what the rest of their schedule is, but I know they have Florida State on it. That's not going to be easy for them. But my worry, if I were Clemson, in this climate and considering relative to their own success, like, do people start bailing? We saw that John Mateer, we got to call any ticket, but John Mateer apparently is going to have thumb surgery tomorrow or something, right?
4 to 6 weeks.
By the way, he got hurt in the first quarter.
Yeah.
He's a gamer. So anyway, he's going to be out some period of time. Some people have said he'd be back for the Red River rivalry, which will be in a couple of weeks. Some people said it may be 6 weeks. But regardless, what I would worry, if it is 6 weeks, and let's say Oklahoma loses like 3 or 4 games in there, my fear would be if I'm Mateer, like, I'm not coming back if we've lost 4 games.
Yeah.
Let's take this call. Call in on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, how y'all doing tonight?
Good.
All
How are
right.
you, bud?
I just made it home. Look, I didn't get to hear your rant on the game, but it's okay. The fumble play, the guy caught the ball and turned and started, and when he did, he got hit, and on the way down, he lost control of the ball. Auburn picked it up and runs it in. Wasn't no whistle blow to nothing. The referee running down the field with Auburn players. I mean, how can you miss something like that? I mean, that shouldn't even be replayed.
Well, they were definitely going to review it, and like I said, I think that, and this is why I hate instant replay. In this particular instance, it hurt Auburn. I probably would have stuck with the call on the field because I didn't think it was indisputable. But if the more you look at it, the more somebody says to you, well, maybe it's moving a little bit, then you put that seed of doubt. It's like a lawyer going before a jury and just say, you have all the evidence that shows this guy did it. And then the defense attorney comes up and says, well, there was that one guy who said he saw him hanging out on the other side of town when the murder happened. And then all of a sudden you're like, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, it comes down to, was it a catch or wasn't it? I don't think it was in question. It was a fumble. Did he catch it or didn't he catch it?
And the guy caught the ball for a touchdown. I mean, the officials know the rule. Why come they can't be punished?
Well, I think they will be punished 100%. And again, I would like to think that is something that could be replayed, but that they would say that's not replayable. That is not a reviewable thing. And I just don't like that. I mean, if we're going to have review, let's review stuff. If we're not going to have review, fine, let's keep the momentum of the game going. But
well, there again, it was a judgment call.
Well, the officials,
was he trying to deceive us or not?
The officials missed it. It's sort of like when you see players now who fake an injury to slow a team down, and I know they just fined Syracuse for that, but you can't really tell if somebody's hurt or not, because if you make somebody play because you think they're not hurt and they really are hurt, the next thing you're going to do is everybody's going to be sued.
And, Andy, I go up Scott Road pretty often because I live down here on Sanders Road, and I see you out there in your wheelchair hanging upside down like a bat. I know it's good for your health.
You're right. You're right.
Please explain that.
That's how I relax.
What?
One day I just want to stop by there and say hey to you.
Come right on and do it.
Okay, I'll probably take the invitation.
All right.
Y'all have a good one.
Appreciate the call, bud. What in the world is he talking about?
I can't explain it to you. I could show you, but it'll during a commercial break maybe.
I don't have enough. I don't think I want to know.
That's a great description. I don't know if I've ever heard that one before, but yeah, that's pretty good and pretty accurate actually. All right, we got to take a break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
If you're tired of the same old and you're hungry for something really good, then it's time to go to JR's Sports Bar and Grill. JR's has the best fingers and wings around, and their menu is loaded with appetizers, burgers, salads, and so much more. Follow JR's on their Facebook to keep up with their live music events and drink specials. And if after a long day you just want to stay in, remember JR's delivers. Call in your order at 256-329-2328. JR Sports Bar and Grill, 145 Alabama Street in Alexander City. Adams Motorsports of Montgomery knows it's the best time to ride. Right now, get the best deals on all of our Suzuki and Kawasaki street bikes, side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and dirt bikes. Adams Motorsports has it all, and our inventory is vast. Get out there, ride the streets and trails, and let Adams Motorsports make your pleasure our business. With family customer service and service after the sale. It's time to ride, so come see us on Eastern Boulevard, Montgomery, or online at adamsmotorsports.com.
Inspired by the bold bison, Southern Union students blaze new trails every single day. They press forward knowing their SU education will lead them to success. Affordable, accessible, and locally unparalleled. Whether you're transitioning to a university or launching straight into a lucrative career, a degree from SU SDC can help you blaze your path. 3 locations, dedicated faculty and staff, endless possibilities. It's all waiting for you at Southern Union. It's time to venture forward. Register today.
Lee Apparel is your go-to vendor for screen printed and embroidered apparel and promotional products. We print and embroider free custom-made graphics or outsourced designs on everything from t-shirts, headwear, corporate wear, team sportswear, high-end safety apparel, and promotional products. At Lee Apparel, you can always expect quick turnaround time, competitive pricing, friendly customer service, and free in-hands delivery on all orders. Visit us at leeapparel.com to get started.
There's only one clear choice in the Lake Martin area for plumbing, heating, and air. That's All Clear Plumbing and Air. Our professionally trained technicians offer full service repair and installation on all major brands. From drips to water heaters, thermostats to entire air conditioning and heating systems, and everything in between. Our fast, reliable, and guaranteed top-notch customer service will keep you informed and up to speed through the entire process. Call us today or look for us on Facebook and Instagram at All Clear Plumbing and Air, 256-496-2056. License number 19172.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Luke here with you. About 30 more minutes left in tonight's show. 256-234-6221 is our number. Give us a call. let us know what's on your mind. If you weren't with us earlier, Alexander City has a new mayor. Mike Densmore wins in a very close race in the runoff. Kenny Waldron, or also known as Kelly Waldrop, wins District 4, and Lucas wins District 6, I believe it was. Okay, Luke, let's make some predictions.
Okay.
All right. Like you said, it's a pretty good week for college football this weekend, especially in the SEC, some really good games. But outside the conference, let's start with an undefeated number 24 TCU. The Horned Frogs traveling to Arizona State, who upset Baylor last week. So
they gave undefeated Mississippi State all they wanted.
They did that. The Sun Devils are a 2.5-point favorite in this.
I'll go with
this one's on Friday night.
Yeah, and my son goes to Arizona State, as you know, and I'm an Arizona State fool. He does a lot of videography for the team, and so I like the Sun Devils.
Okay. I will go with TCU. My goodness, I mean, I've picked against them like twice, and they've burnt me each time. So, number 21 USC, the Trojans, that is, 4-0, and seem to be, are they back? Are they for real?
No.
They're a 1.5-point favorite on the road at Illinois, who got drummed last week by Indiana.
This is the kind of game Illinois wins. And so I'll say Illinois wins. I think Illinois was just like shell-shocked.
Overwhelmed by the
Well, I think it got out of hand so early.
Hoosiers.
Next thing you know, they're just like, wait a minute, they got 63 points.
Now, was that a joke? Were you sarcastic when you volunteered Kirk Cignetti?
No, it really wasn't.
Now,
I could see where somebody would think it would be, but it wasn't. I mean, if you were Auburn right now, I'm be honest. If somebody said, okay, you can continue on with Hugh Freeze from this point forward, or I can give you Kirk Cignetti right now, what would you do?
Take Cignetti, probably.
Yeah.
But now, look, he does not fit the mold at all.
No, he doesn't.
For an Auburn coach, so I'm afraid it wouldn't work out.
That's the other problem is anytime that there's a coach who doesn't fit the Auburn mold, it does not work.
It's a disaster usually.
By the way, everybody that was including me, that was concerned that California played no ranked teams on their schedule and they were undefeated. They got beat 34-0 by San Diego State last week, which was very nice. For some weird reason, I even hate Brian Harsin. I really don't like him. And it's not, you would think he would be my favorite Auburn coach of all time. I don't like him.
Yeah,
he's unlikable.
He's unlikable. Oh, and by the way, Maryland beats Wisconsin 27-10, and a woeful Coastal Carolina beat South Florida in Mobile by 18.
Yeah. You mean South Alabama?
South Alabama. Yeah. What did I say?
You said South Florida.
Yeah, South Alabama. I meant.
But
yeah.
Well, Wisconsin, they got to fire Luke Fickell. It is like. South Alabama, I don't really know what to say about them, but Wisconsin's they got to make a change. It's not working. Luke Fickell probably is still a good coach. As people like to say, didn't forget how to coach.
I'm just saying,
it's just not working.
South Alabama gave Auburn fits, and it's like Coastal comes in and says, what are you talking about?
Well, again, the transitive property is always difficult in sports because it's all about fit and all these other things. But I think Wisconsin put up 14 points on Alabama, but they came on a kickoff return after Alabama was penalized 15 yards, and they came on a late touchdown when all the backups were in.
Right.
So it's not like they showed us anything. I can't believe that anybody thought that Maryland wouldn't go in there and took us, and that's what they did.
Number 11, Indiana, the Hoosiers, 4-0. Do they keep it rolling? 7.5-point favorites at Iowa. Ooh, sneaky Iowa.
Well, I would normally, if this were 10 years ago, I'd give Iowa the nod, but this Iowa squad, I just don't think so. They're so hard to watch.
Big-time Big Ten game, this one on the Peacock Network.
Yeah.
Not NBC, the Peacock Network. Okay, Kentucky is at South Carolina. Did they ever turn things around?
Well, you talk about a monster. It's much bigger for South Carolina than it is for Kentucky.
Clearly.
We've all given up on Kentucky. We all
Even Stoops.
Stoops, too. Everybody's given up on Kentucky. And Kentucky's probably going to have a new coach next year. But if Kentucky beats South Kakalaki, the bottom's going to fall out for them.
Yeah. Well, in South Carolina, have a new coach too, probably at the end of the year.
Yeah.
They are a 6.5-point favorite, so you're going to go with.
I'll go with South Carolina, but man, reluctantly, just because -9 rushing yards.
Yeah, that's bad
against Missouri. It's not like Missouri has this all-time defense,
and it ain't like they had 10 sacks.
Yeah, but a lot of those yards, I do remember. One of them came on a Lenora Sutton. They were in field goal range. And
yeah,
Lenora
he ran back
he just kept doing one of those things where you run and then you sort of half turn and you half turn again. And by the time it was over, he was like on his side, other side of the 50.
Like Lamar Jackson. Say his name, Lamar Jackson. Yeah. Number 15 Tennessee is a 7.5-point favorite on the road at Stark Vegas.
God,
this one's scary to me.
It's scary if you're a Tennessee fan, and also look, if Tennessee loses this one, it's Katie barred the door for them too. I mean, and I don't know what the status is. There's 2 defensive backs that were missing against Georgia. Now they put a whooping on UAB, but UAB went in there like they were missing Corey Milner from here, who's apparently still in trouble. He's still. I just saw a tweet where
he couldn't help him win that game.
No, I mean, but I'm just saying. And then, did you see the guy?
That's what the
UAB,
coach said.
Did you see from the guy from UAB kick the Tennessee kicker in the shin? Like it was after a field goal, and the UAB guy's just sort of jogging by him, and he just reaches out and kicks him right in the shin.
He kicks the Tennessee player?
Kicks the kicker right in the shin. Like the play's over, everything's done. And the kicker's just, after a kicker, he's sort of with his follow through, and his leg's already back down. The UAB guy just goes, and some Tennessee guy almost went over there and knocked his block off. But and of course, he got a 15-yard penalty. The referee was right there. Now, as we know, that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to call anything. But the referee was right there. He threw a flag immediately. It was just so dumb. I don't think Dilfer's got a lot of control over this program, is what it sounds like. I know. I'm just saying. I'm not going to say, hey, I think Tennessee's recovered nicely after that Georgia loss by beating UAB, because I think UAB would have gotten beaten by anybody. And Starkville is going to be a madhouse.
I think Tennessee wins this game 58-48.
I would. You know what? I think Mississippi State fans, the ones I know, I think they can win, I'm sure. But if you said that now versus what they probably thought at the beginning of the year, they've already eclipsed their over-under mark.
I mean, beating Arizona State was their highlight of the. I mean, they could have said, "That's it, we're fine."
And it was one of those things. It was kind of reminiscent of Alabama, Georgia last year. Like they're dominating. All of a sudden, Arizona State's got the lead, and you're like, "What?" And then Mississippi State comes down and throws a bomb to beat them. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah. Number 22, Notre Dame, 1-2, is a 4.5-point favorite on the road at Arkansas, 2-2. This one at 11 o'clock on the ABC network.
If you're up there, Superman, make this happen for Arkansas. This man's been through enough. I mean, Sam Pittman's got to be like, has his hands clasped and be like, "Dear Lord Jesus, I've seen what you do for other people. Could you please do that for me?" The man has the worst luck of any human I've ever seen. He just can't catch a break.
It's hard to. I think Arkansas wins this game.
I think Arkansas wins this game too. I don't know why. It's irrational.
Well, their offense is good. Notre Dame's defense is bad. They'll be in it. Will they find? I think they win it by 10 points, so they can't screw it up.
Well, here's the thing. I think this is the make or break game. Pittman wins it. I think he gets some more rope.
Oh, no, he's still getting fired.
You think
but they win this game, yeah.
If they win this game, okay, then you look at their schedule. I've got to pull up their schedule. Talk amongst yourselves. Tell me something good.
Well, Notre Dame, I mean, clearly their quarterback's that C.J. Carr pretty good. They have lost, in heartbreaking fashion themselves. And one could say they could have been kind of the heartbreak kid here. So it may be whoever wins this game is actually finds a way for the rest of the year.
Let me tell you. All right.
They break the curse.
If you're Arkansas, you're looking at this like, okay, we have Notre Dame. If we get that one, we got a week off.
Okay.
We travel to Tennessee, a team we beat last year.
Yeah, not going to happen.
Probably not going to happen. Then you got A&M at home. I mean, I don't think it's crazy.
Who
Now,
you
they have
never-
had the worst
who
luck
you
against
never
A&M.
beat.
I know who you never beat, but they actually play them in Arkansas this year.
Okay.
Then they get Auburn. They can beat Auburn.
They could win that.
Then they get Mississippi State at home.
They got to go to Auburn, though, right?
No, Auburn
they get
goes
Auburn.
to them.
Okay.
And Mississippi State at home. And then they travel to LSU.
Who knows what LSU
Who
will
knows?
be at that point?
Who knows? And Arkansas has given them fits in the past. They travel to Texas. That's not going to be pretty, I'm sure.
I don't know.
And then they got Missouri at home. I'm telling you, that's what would break my heart if I were an Arkansas fan. Like, you get those other 2 wins in there. If you get this Notre Dame win, you're looking at that going,
I smell 5 losses in there.
I at least smell 5 losses. I'm just saying, what could have been?
Like I said, I still think he's getting fired.
But the other thing is, Andy, if they had won those other 2 games, if you don't have those ill-timed fumbles, Taylon Green's in the middle of the Heisman because nobody's taking control.
You know what they're already saying, though?
What?
Again, this from an Arkansas fan tonight.
What?
I hear that Bobby's already positioning to be the interim.
You didn't have to be Nostradamus.
I said that's the most believable rumor ever.
Almost said no.
All right, we got to take a break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
It's Dumas.
This spring and summer, make your land, farming, lawn, and landscaping needs have 0 risk and 100% success with Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor. With 0% financing on all our Mahindra tractors, many with up to 84-month terms. Our inventory of Mahindra tractors and farm implements is beefed up, and more are coming in daily. We also have extended 0% terms on Spartan mowers to handle your mowing needs with the best and zero-turn mowers priced to move. At Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor, your authorized Mahindra and Spartan dealer.
At Dixie Overhead Door, we specialize in top-quality garage door solutions for homes across Alabama and Georgia. In need of a garage door repair or a brand new garage door installation, our expert team delivers fast, reliable service with local expertise that you can trust, providing customized solutions and exceptional care every step of the way. Visit us today at DixieOverheadDoor.com and experience the Dixie difference.
Call Dixie and it's done.
Alex City and west side of the lake. It's time to celebrate because the all-new Lake Martin Pizza is open with the area's best pizza, and it's just down Highway 63 South in our town. Lake Martin Pizza of Highway 63 has a huge outdoor seating area with enclosed heated comfort, a full bar with cold beer, wine, and full spirit selection with family ownership and fun for the whole family. Dine in or pick up. It's just a short drive to our town and is hands down the area's best pizza. Like us on Facebook to see upcoming live entertainment and watch sports on our 360 wraparound TVs. Rejoice! Lake Martin Pizza on Highway 63 is ready for you.
I'm Joseph Dean with Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation in Dadeville. We're located at 16797 Highway 280, which is on the corner of 280 and 49 North. With an on-site crematory in Opelika and a cemetery in Tallapoosa County, we are a full-service funeral home. To get in touch with us, feel free to come by or call us, 256-750-0381. And for any other questions, you can visit the website at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
Visit our new locations in Gadsden and Oxford today.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Luke here with you. Only a couple more segments left in tonight's show. We are looking at some upcoming college football games this weekend, making some predictions. So you got Tennessee holding on?
Go Bulldogs.
Okay.
Clang.
I hear you. And you got Arkansas finding a way.
I do.
I got them to do. All right, LSU, who is 4-0, the number 4 team in the country, hadn't played like it, but they are ranked there. At number 13, Ole Miss, who may or may not have their starting quarterback or their backup. I don't know.
And the backup may be better than the
And he may be. The Rebels are a 1.5-point favorite in this game. 2:30.
I like Ole Miss.
Really?
I do. I mean, for whatever reason, LSU's not clicking.
Yeah, that's true.
And we kind of excused it against – they look pretty good. I thought the two defenses looked so fast. Clemson and LSU back in game one, I was like, gosh, they look like dudes. Well, I don't know. Maybe their offenses just are slow. It made their defense
Could be.
so fast.
Yeah. Is that Meeks? Is it Meeks or Weeks? What is his name? Is he healthy?
Weeks,
Didn't he get hurt in the last game?
I think he's okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I
They've got 3 weeks.
I picked Ole Miss to be in the SEC title game, so I'm going with them. I'm rolling with the Rebels so far. Number 6, Oregon is 4-0. They are at number 3, Penn State, in a colossal confrontation in Happy Valley.
Yeah.
The Nittany Lions are a 3.5-point favorite. This one, a whiteout.
Oh, God.
6:30 on the ABC network.
I've been Oregon. I think I'm going to swap to Penn State.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like it, but I think I'm going to.
Well, this is the battle of the chokers, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they always get to a big game and lose, so somebody got to win. Wow. I hadn't watched Oregon play a single. I haven't seen either of these teams
nobody has.
play a single play this year.
I tried to watch some of that. CBS put that Oregon-Oklahoma State game. By the way, they fired Mike Gundy.
Yeah.
Sad.
That was that SEC short where they threw him out of the car.
That's pretty
That
funny.
was funny.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. If you're Mike Gundy, that was funny. But anyway, the guy with the big wig on, it was. What happened there? I mean, you talking about falling off the world.
Well, I mean, it's one of those
Man
things.
wears an OAN shirt, and then his career goes into the toilet.
Well, and he also, they lose Oklahoma. That doesn't help.
Yeah.
I know they've only been gone a year and a half.
And they beat them on the last game.
I know, but it's they just aren't.
They're terrible.
It's a tough gig. I mean, they're in the Big 12. They don't have a lot of sexiness to them.
Well, gosh, he's been there. I mean, he's been there 20 years,
there a long
hasn't he?
time.
Yeah, so everybody's voice gets tired every now and then. All right, Auburn is 3-1. Tough loss last week. On the road at number 9, Texas A&M. I'm not sure they're the number 9 team in the country.
I'm not either, but I don't
4-0.
I don't know who is.
That's true. Aggies are a 6.5-point favorite. If I don't recall, I believe Oklahoma was a 6.5-point favorite.
And enough safety allowed them to cover.
Isn't that funny how that happened?
That is. Vegas knows, baby. I still think Texas A&M. I mean, look, I think Auburn's still got some good pieces, and I think Texas A&M remembers that. Hey, Auburn beat them last year, and A&M had a shot still at the playoffs and all that at the time. Yeah. And Marcel Reed's a good quarterback, and and I like what you said today that you can't on Auburn Blitz. You said that you can't make somebody be a gunslinger. And I think that Jackson Arnold just doesn't want to screw up. I think he got criticized too much, and I think that can motivate somebody to do some things. It can also motivate somebody to do something like, I don't want to mess up. I don't want to prove the haters right. And I think he was so worried about throwing a pick at Oklahoma that he just wasn't going to do it. He wasn't going to
He'd been like that every
I'd
day.
rather overthrow Cam Coleman, which is tough to do, than throw a pick. And
well, he underthrew him twice, and both of those would have more than likely been touchdowns.
Well, one of them didn't Cam Coleman quit on the route.
No, that was the third one.
Okay, and then the other one
the other two he caught.
Well,
but he threw it 5 yards short.
Zone.
That was the fourth one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he caught 2. That was the 46-yarder and the 40-yarder. But if he had hit him he threw him 5 yards short. If he'd thrown him in stride, those would have been touchdowns.
Yeah.
And the one that's on Cam, that would have been a good one. And then The one where he was just wide open in the end zone by 6 yards, he overthrows him. So you cannot. I'll say it again. You cannot, under any circumstances, miss that throw. I don't care who you are. I mean, ever.
As a college quarterback, you
cannot miss that.
If you want to win,
no, you can't do it.
And so,
but having said all that, I'm going with Auburn because they're desperate. They got to win. This is an absolute must-win game to me. So,
I mean, it can be must-win and still difficult to win.
I think they're talented enough to win. That's not any question to me. They were talented enough to beat Oklahoma by 2 touchdowns, I think. But in that game, I think they're like you said, they'll play. I think they'll play great this game. They'll play out of their mind. They'll win it, and then they'll come back and lose to Georgia in heartbreaking fashion. That's just who Auburn is right now. All right, number 17, Alabama, is at number 5, Georgia. The Dogs 2.5-point favorite.
Yeah, I mean, I said I really don't want to make a prediction now, and I'll just give a preliminary prediction because another friend of mine texted me while I was doing the show and was like, tell me your real prediction, like not what you're going to say on the show. I was like, right now I'm leaning 30-28 Bama.
Like there's a difference?
Yeah, I know. Like it matters. But and my reasoning is just like my buddy said, that's a weird line. Like, why is it so low? It feels like Georgia should be a 7-point favorite, and it's 2.5, 3. That's weird to me.
Yeah.
I could certainly. I'm not calling like this big 2015 demolishing of Georgia or anything like that, or even like the blackout game 41-30 way back in 2008. I'm not calling for anything like that, but I think this Kalen DeBoer. I looked it up. He's done really well after off weeks. Going back to his Washington days, and he's played really good teams after off weeks usually. Like they've all been ranked. Last year, the 2 off-week games, Georgia and LSU, that was the only road game he won in the SEC, and he beat the brakes off LSU.
They didn't play Vandy after Georgia?
Yeah, they played Vandy right after Georgia.
Oh, it wasn't after the off week.
It wasn't after an off week. It was off. Georgia and Bama both have had off weeks before their games, and LSU and Bama both have off weeks before their games. So I think that's fair. But so I just maybe I shouldn't have belief because I was at Florida State and they looked awful. They just looked awful. But they've played better. You can play. You can beat a team 73-0 and look sharp. You can beat a team 73-0 and you go. Still wanted more. I still don't feel like they just overwhelmed them with size. There wasn't any scheme. And so, Jam Miller's coming back and Tim Keenan's coming back. Tim Keenan's return is huge now because Jamarian Latham got hurt today. He's missed the last couple of games anyway, but he was just coming back, and now he went off the field in an ambulance with some kind of lower body injury. So he probably won't be available. And, Alabama's also just had Georgia's number. It's one of those things that you can't really explain. Everybody's sort of got a bugaboo, and Kirby Smart says Alabama, apparently. I mean, look, I hate to do the if Colt hadn't gotten hurt thing, but if you remember in the national championship game, Alabama's winning. Jamison Williams just broke open for a long run, and he just sort of stops in the middle of it because his knee blew out. And they had already lost John Mechie in the previous Georgia game. So, if they have those guys, I mean, the one game Georgia won, Alabama probably win. So
you hate to do it, but you
hate to do it because injuries. I always say injuries and referees are part of the game, but I'm just trying to do it to illustrate the point that Kirby has an Alabama problem. Now, maybe he exercises those demons in a big way coming Saturday night. I mean, I'm sure he'd like to.
Yeah. That's almost like, saying that you would make the tournament even though there wasn't one. But anyway, we'll take a break. We'll be back with more right after this.
Thunderbolt Lightfoot at Oscar's Cafe on Highway 49 South in Dadeville, Alabama is looking to see you today. Now, let me tell you, they got great food. They've always had great food all these years. Now, they still got that atmosphere. They still got that service. They still cater. Let me stop right there. 15 to 415 they can handle. So give them a call today at Oscar's, Highway 49 South in Dadeville. 256-825-4827.
Illinois Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best kept secret an affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Hillby Towers, 256-329-0552. 256-329-0552. Hillby Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Inspired by the bold bison, Southern Union students blaze new trails every single day. They press forward knowing their SU education will lead them to success. Affordable, accessible, and locally unparalleled. Whether you're transitioning to a university or launching straight into a lucrative career, a degree from SU SEC can help you blaze your path. 3 locations, dedicated faculty and staff, endless possibilities. It's all waiting for you at Southern Union. It's time to venture forward. Register today.
When you need an automotive hero, you got to call S&S Discount Tire Pros. With locations in Alexander City and Dadeville, we are here to serve you today. From quick services like oil changes and tire rotations to in-depth automotive repairs such as suspensions, brakes, and tune-ups, S&S can take care of all your tire needs. You just have to focus on what's important and love the drive. Call S&S Discount Tire Pros today. We are automotive heroes, and we are here to serve you.
2025 RVs are here. Be the first to see the latest and greatest from your favorite manufacturers and lock in special show pricing at your local Camping World. '25 RVs are here. Be the first to see the latest and greatest from your favorite manufacturers and lock in special show pricing at your local Camping World.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of Sports Blitz Live. Only got a couple of minutes left here, Luke. Happy birthday, Jason Alexander. Top five George Costanza predicaments.
You know,
greatest
his legacy
predicaments.
has been ruined a little bit because of some of his political views. He's a little too far out there for me.
Not George Costanza.
Not George Costanza, but what's his name?
Jason Alexander.
Jason Alexander.
Yeah.
But I do love Costanza. He's an all-timer. The jerk store one always gets me because when he's mad, when he tells hey, listen to the line, and he tells it and they don't laugh, and then he's like, I don't need all these people messing with my head. Jerk store's the line. Jerk store. Jerk store. And then he walks out. That's just great. That's really good.
I mean, being a only person in the world that would pretend to be a marine biologist only to walk up on a beached whale.
And I reached down trying to calm the great beast mammal or big fish or something.
Yeah, let out the great fish.
Yeah.
Let out a great bellow.
Yeah.
Is that easy, big fella?
Let me see.
Getting beat up by or knocking over the grandma.
Yeah, that was bad.
To get out of the room
when
that's on fire. When the double dip.
He's talking about the massage, and he's like, I don't want a massage from a man. And Elaine says, just because you admit a man is attractive doesn't necessarily make you a homosexual. He said it doesn't help.
They don't make them like George anymore, that's for sure.
I mean, I don't even know if his character would be allowed on TV anymore.
I know Kramer's wouldn't, for sure.
Well, Kramer's barely allowed in regular life.
All right, that's going to wrap it up for us. Thank you for being with us. He's Luke Robinson. I'm Andy Graham. So long for now. We'll talk again soon.
Bucks Island is your boating headquarters. Are you ready to hit the water and go boating this summer? Bucks Island has all kinds of boats with one sure to fit exactly what you want. Fishing boats, sport boats, pontoon boats, and all with low monthly payments. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Bucks Island Service Department experts are also here for you to keep your boat in top running condition. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Don't be left standing on the bank this summer. Visit online at bucksisland.com and don't buy a boat till you get a Bucks quote.
Ivy Creek Healthcare is excited to showcase their newest clinic, Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin, located conveniently near the main entrance to Stillwater's on Highway 49 South in Dadeville. Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin is an urgent care with walk-ins welcome. Whether you need lab work, x-rays, or immediate care, find comfort here at Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin. Ivy Creek, here when you need us most. 256-827-5379.